good Sunday morning, friends? How are you? Come on in, have a seat, and let's cook Sunday dinner together. So I'm going to start off, first I'm going to start this bread. We're going to make some French bread to go with dinner tonight, but I want to start it off and I don't want to talk too much because I don't want my water to get cool. So I've got 1.5 cups of warm tap water, and we're going to add 1 tablespoon of dry active yeast. 1 tablespoon. In she goes. This is the quickest, easiest French bread. It's quicker than that loaf bread we did last week. One of my friends sent me a message and she was asking about my French bread, and I thought, ooh, that sounds good. I think I'll make that for Sunday dinner. 1 tablespoon of honey. There we go. And you go, beautiful nectar. And then we're going to add 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Okay. So I've got the 1 teaspoon here. And then I've got the 1/2 teaspoon here. Look at me doing double time. In they go. Go. This is my sink. I'm going to give this a stir. Get all of that mixed together, that yeast, that honey, and that salt, and that water. I've got my oven preheating to 400 degrees, okay? So you want to get that done. And make sure all of that yeast is incorporated. There's a little chunk there. All right. We're going to let this sit 10 minutes, and then I will be right back. All right, friends, we're back. So we're going to do Sunday dinner. You seemed to enjoy that last week when I did that, so I thought I would do it again. So what are we having this week? So this week we're having roasted turkey breast. We're having broccoli because we've really been craving broccoli. I'm still on the fence whether I'm going to eat the broccoli or not. I may fix me a different vegetable because of my diverticulitis. Mashed potatoes and gravy, and of course French bread. And I'm going to make a dessert. Still on the fence with that. So let's get back to the bread. That's what we're doing first. We had that water, yeast, honey, and salt, and we let that set for 10 minutes to let that yeast bloom, they call it, to get kind of foamy and frothy. Sorry. Okay, now we're going to add our flour, which is 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour. There comes Lola. She always likes to check out what I'm cooking. You may hear her snorting. She's a snorter. We're going to add the flour. I like to add it a little bit at a time. Get it all mixed in there. This is a super fast bread. I think everybody should know how to make at least some type of bread. It's always good to have in your repertoire how to make a bread. And this is a simple, easy bread that you can make for not very, it's an inexpensive bread to make as long as you have flour, yeast, and the honey. And hopefully you have water. You're good to go. Okay, I'm gonna add all that in there. I think I'm gonna have to go in with my hands now. Let me take my ring off. Get in here. I'm going to mix this in with my hands. And yeah, I forgot to put an apron on. It's all right. I'll survive. I've got a washing machine. Speaking of washing machine, I'm doing weird chores today. Today I am doing, I'm washing my comforter. It's king size, so it kind of takes a while to get it washed and dried. So it's in the dryer, so you may hear my dryer going. Okay. So I think we've got that all incorporated now. I'm going to get this out here, and we're going to get it mixed together. Get it all incorporated together. It's not going to take long. Just kind of fold it into itself. If you need a little bit more flour, get you some. Okay, add just a little bit of flour to my surface here. 90% of it's on my shirt. Okay, so there we go. That's it. That's what we're looking for. You see here, it's just kind of smoothed over now. We're gonna shape it. It's French bread, so we're gonna shape it into our French bread loaf. Got a little sticky there. There we go. Get it nice and smoothed over. Pretty looking. There we go. Now I've got my baking sheet here. And I've got one of these Reynolds cookie sheet, baking sheet, parchment papers. They're already pre-cut. Just lay it right on your baking sheet. Now, we're just gonna transfer this right over to our baking sheet. Go. Now, we're gonna cover this. Look at me. Catch all. It's kind of cold today. Listen, y'all, don't let that sunshine deceive you. It feels like 3 below here right now. So it's cold here in Southern Ohio. We had high winds last night. We had another gusts of a little bit of snow, like a dusting's all. Okay, there we go. This is what you want to do. That's your French bread loaf. We're going to cover it. This is my favorite towel to use for bread. Now, I'm going to set it over here beside the stove. Maybe I'll set it right here. Since it's so cold today, I'm going to set it right there on the stove. Not on that back burner, because that's where a lot of heat comes up from the oven. I'm going to set it there where it's warmer. You can set it beside the stove since it's such a cold day. I'm going to set the timer for, let's say 25 minutes. We're going to let it rise because it's so cold. And I'll be back to show you what we're going to do with it after that. 20 minutes is up. All right, let's give it a looky-loo here. Oh, I really wish you could smell this. It smells amazing. Look at that. That's 20 minutes that we let it rise. It's the only rising we did was just this 20 minutes on this pan. I'm going to come in with a little knife, and I'm just going to score it like French bread. Just right across the top there. Nothing fancy. There we go. Now, I'm going to hit it with a little bit of egg wash because I just think it gives it a pretty glossy shine. Now, you can, I'm not going to today because of what we're having it with. You could totally add garlic and Parmesan. You could add everything seasoning and that's delicious, and I've done that several times. You could add cinnamon sugar. You could add whatever you would like to the top. Anything's gonna work, whatever your heart's desire. I'm just gonna leave it plain today. I am gonna add some coarse sea salt because that's what I like to do. What a thing of beauty. So easy. I mean, look, it took what, so we had 10 minutes in letting the yeast do its thing, and then just shaping it took what, 2 or 3 minutes. So there's 12, 20 minutes. We're at 30 minutes. We're gonna bake it for 20. So about an hour in to make a fresh loaf of bread with ingredients more than likely you have in your pantry. I keep also my dried yeast in the fridge. Keeps it fresh. And you always want to check your expiration date on your yeast. You don't want to use old yeast because then, of course, your bread won't rise. There we have it. We're going to pop it in the oven, 400 degrees, for about 20-21 minutes. I'll come back and show you when it's done, but stay with me because while this is baking, I decided on what dessert I'm going to have for tonight. So stay with me. I'm going to pop this in the oven and we'll be right back and we'll do our dessert for tonight. All right, friends, I decided what dessert I was going to make. Now, I had a craving for one of those, 70s potluck, every church function carry in, one of those desserts with the Cool Whip and the marshmallows. And I couldn't decide which one I wanted to make. And it was a choice between the Watergate and a banana split one. And I forgot to get bananas last night's store. So Watergate is winning, which I'm perfectly fine with. Either one sounded good to me. So this is an old school dessert Watergate salad. It's super simple to throw together. It just sounded so good. I haven't had anything like this for years. So we're gonna start off with some pistachio pudding. Now this is, it's the 1 ounce container. Now mine is sugar-free, fat-free, because that's all they had, and it's fine. I don't notice the difference myself. We're gonna add that right in to our mixing bowl. And you're gonna add 1 can of crushed pineapples, 20 ounces, juice and all, pineapple, right in. Oh, it's such a pretty green. This would be fun to make at Christmas with this, with some red cherries on top. I'm gonna stir that with that pudding. I'm so happy. I'm like a little kid. Christmas. This reminds me of all the church carry-ins. My grandma, she was a nurse, but she was also a minister of a little church. When their minister left, they asked my grandma to fill in till they replaced the minister that left. They liked her so much, they asked her to stay. So for my whole childhood, from the time I was 11 till adulthood, my grandma was the minister of the church. And some Sundays, we'd have, at the fellowship hall, they'd have carry-ins. Some kind of salad like this, not particularly this one, but one of these was always there. It just reminds me of my childhood and deliciousness. I'm praising the Lord. Okay, so we got 2 cups of mini marshmallows. Those are going in. And 1/2 cup of chopped pecans. Now, you can have some later for like garnish if you'd like to chop up a little bit more. And some cherries. I have some cherries that I'll garnish with later when we get ready to eat. Oh, it smells so good. I'm gonna have to hide this in the back of the fridge. Oh, my dryer's done. So I don't sneak and eat this before dinner. Now I did chop my pecans, so I'm gonna be very careful, and I may pick mine out as I eat. Usually pecans don't bother me. Peanuts and pecans, walnuts don't particularly bother me. Cashews, I don't know what it is about cashews, but cashews will kill me. I don't know, it doesn't make sense. 1 whole 8 ounce tub of Cool Whip of your choice. This is where the magic happens. It's funny how food can bring back so many memories. My mom used to like to tell the story about me when I was about 2 or 3, 4, I don't know how. We were living on the farm then, and I found a tub of Cool Whip in the fridge, and she found me behind the chair with a spoon eating it. I do like Cool Whip. I'm not going to hide behind the chair now and eat it. But she loved to tell that story. All right. Go. We're just going to get this all mixed together. Fold it in. Childhood in a bowl, y'all. Right here. Look at that. All that Cool Whip incorporated. The bread is smelling amazing. It's been in the oven. Got about 8 minutes left on it. You probably hear Lola snoring. Lola's either snoring, snorting, or howling. She was howling about 2 o'clock this morning. I don't know why. I never question anything that Lola does. My little chunk of bagel. All right, there we go. I think we're good. You know I gotta try it. You know I gotta taste it. The spoon. Let's get in there. That's so good. Oh my goodness. Welcome to my youth. Welcome to the 1970s. There it is, in a bowl. Listen, these recipes never go out of style. In my opinion, they're easy, they're inexpensive, they're absolutely delicious. That's a crowd pleaser. I'm gonna put this in the fridge, and I'll be back in 10 minutes to show you the bread. It's all coming together, friends. All right, friends, the bread is ready. It was 17 minutes now. The last time I baked it was about 20. So maybe this was longer. I don't know. Just keep an eye on it. But look at that. I want you to see that. A thing of beauty. My house smells amazing. I'm going to lift it out here on my breadboard and let it cool. Look at the bottom. Isn't she lovely? I mean, come on. This was so fast, so easy. I challenge you to make a loaf of French bread at home. One bowl. The pan is easy to clean up. Now listen, I'm not gonna wait till dinner tonight to try this. It looks so good. I'm just gonna just a little smidgen. There's no one home. We're just gonna take a smidgen here. Look at that. It's light. It's fluffy. Look at that. Oh, look at all those little air bubbles in there. She's not dense like me. She's light and fluffy. Let's give it a taste. That's the real test. Gotta have a little butter. If I could sing you a song, I'd sing you a song. Oh, wait. It never fails. It's delicious every single time I make it. I have no skills in bread or pastries, but this, friends, turns out perfect every single time. Even a dummy like me can do it. Okay, so the bread's done. The Watergate salad is in the fridge. And I'm gonna tell you something. I licked that spoon like I had no business licking that spoon. It was delicious. All right. Now, next up, talking with my mom. So next on the menu is the roasted turkey and the mashed potatoes. I'm going to do the mashed potatoes in my pressure cooker so that they can stay warm till the boys get home. It's a great way to cook those potatoes without having to watch them and leave them to warm. So all of that will be coming up next. So stay tuned for the second half of Sunday dinner. Thanks for being here, friends. So up next is the turkey breast, and it's in a cooking bag, and you place it right in a pan. Now this came from Swans, which they've changed their name to Yellow. It's YELLOH, and you can look them up online. They're like a food delivery service. You can punch in like your area code and see if they come to your area. Or you can go to swans.com. I imagine they still have the website up. So this takes an hour and 45 minutes. It's a raw turkey breast, and I like theirs. I like the convenience of it. I think a Jenny O brand sells a turkey breast in a bag like this. If I would have had any sense, I would have bought one at Thanksgiving time when they had them all on sale, but I didn't think about it. So this is what we're going to do. 1 hour 45 minutes while it's in the oven. And then I'll come back and show you how we're going to do the potatoes for the mashed potatoes. So our turkey is about a half hour away from being done. So we're going to do our potatoes. And inside of my thing here I have, probably about, I think there's 8 or 9 potatoes. Cut them kind of big. I've got my insert in there. We're going to add a cup of liquid. So I've got half a cup of chicken stock, half a cup of water. You can use all chicken stock. You can use all water. It doesn't make any difference. I had some chicken stock in the fridge. I thought that would jazz up them potatoes a little bit. We're going to add some salt to our potatoes now. Hello, Lola. Now I'm going to set this for manual pressure for 10 minutes. Now with the pressure cooker, it comes up to temp and then it starts cooking from there. So we're going to set it for manual 10 minutes, and when the 10 minutes comes, I'm going to release it and I'll be right back. So the potatoes are all done, 10 minutes, and release that pressure. Here they are. No need to drain them. There's not much of that broth left. We're just going to mash them with the hand masher here. I've got some steamed broccoli in the microwave because that was our veggie of choice today, with some broccoli. So we got these potatoes all mashed up, just a simple hand mash there. We're going to add some pepper. We're going to add some salt, of course some butter, a couple tablespoons of butter. And we're going to add some milk. I guess that's personal preference, however you like your potatoes. Probably a quarter of a cup. We get a spoon here. We're just going to give those a stir. I'll see if I need to add any more milk to those. Looks like I need a little bit more. A little bit more in there. The turkey's done. I took it out of the cooking rack that it was in and put it back in the pan in the oven till I finish up with all of this. So here we go. That looks good. Here are the potatoes. I'll put those out in a separate bowl. I want to try them really quickly, see if I need to add the salt or anything else. Perfect. I'm also making this turkey gravy. It's pie in the ear. Just follow directions on the back because I didn't have any, broth from that turkey since it cooks in the bag. Okay, I'm going to go. I'm going to get all of this plated up and I'll show you the finished Sunday dinner. All right, friends, here it is. Sunday dinner's ready. We've got our mashed potatoes that we did in our pressure cooker. We've got that turkey gravy. Now I've got half the roasted turkey here. The other half I left in the pan so it can stay hot till we're ready to eat it. So we're gonna get a slice of that. Go. And then we've got the broccoli. I'm on the fence about the broccoli, so I'm just gonna take a teeny tiny bit and mash it, and I will fix me a different vegetable. We've got the fresh bread, the fresh French bread. There it is. And then we also, don't forget our Watergate salad for dessert. There you go, friends. Sunday dinner. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope you have a great day.